Have you ever noticed that some people seem to get a lot more accomplished than others? And those people achieve much more in less time in what seems like a lot less effort, right? Well, there's one rule that most successful people live by that help them to be more productive and make more money and have a lot more free time. And after working with hundreds of leaders in my own companies and hundreds of thousands in our business programs and our seminars, there's one trait that every super successful leader has, and it's not an inbred trait. It's a learned trait, which means that anyone can add this to their life and become more productive. In fact, every team member inside of my companies gets trained on this, and those who take it to heart and implement it into their lives almost always become part of our leadership teams because they accomplish much more. So you have to ask yourself, if I could show you one thing that takes no extra time from your day and that could help you accomplish more over the next few months than most people accomplish in a year, would you do it? And I promise you, if you have a goal in mind and you do what I'm about to show you, you will be so proud of how much more you achieve. This is the exact same simple system that I show entrepreneurs in our Club 28 program, which is our advisory program. And one of the companies that we show this to, their revenue doubled in just 12 months and more than 4x'd in profit. In fact, 2 other Club 28 members 5x'd their growth and another tripled their growth in less than a year. And you can see all of those companies explain exactly how they did it on our website. I think it's on chrisguerriero.com/results. I think it's the results page. And again, this is the same system that every leader in my companies use every day to keep their productivity high. And it's this: stay focused. Don't get distracted. And as simple as that sounds, it's a single most important thing that'll separate you from the masses who constantly struggle. It's a single most important thing that'll help you excel past your competition with far less effort and with less marketing budget, because everyone, your employees, your competition, your vendors, even you, are programmed to be easily distracted. Either it's an emergency that came up in business that you think needs your attention, or a lunch that lasts 10 minutes longer than it should, or you being the one who fills up your gas tank or on your way to your office, or gets your own lunch or your own dry cleaner, setting up your own appointments or checking your own emails or managing your own schedule, or maybe it's just a phone call from a friend that you take during the day. Every single one of those is a distraction, and it takes you off of your game and it stunts your growth. Now, you've heard me say this before, that in business, your main responsibility is to grow, which means you need to know what the key actions are, the few key actions that move the needle the most in your business. Like, what are the most important levers for you to pull that trigger growth? And everyone on your team needs to know what that is for their job or their department inside of your company as well. And the growth you experience this year or this quarter or this month is directly related to how well you focus on those few key actions. On the other hand, your growth and your success and your income is limited by the amount of time you spend being distracted every single day. And if you take time to actually study how much time you waste every day, you will be amazed. But most people think it's a waste of their time to stop work long enough to make a list of what might be wasting their time. But do you want to know the truth? The truth is that even if you spent an hour making that list, just having that list would make you more productive, because it'll keep you kind of focused on those things. It'll keep those things front of mind that you need to avoid. So subconsciously, you'll avoid doing them. And the people who think that it's kind of a waste of their time to stop work to make that list, I promise you, are the people who don't want to admit that the amount of time that they're wasting is so much, or the amount of money and success that they're letting slip through their fingers is so grand. Those who achieve the most are the ones who stay focused on the most important actions that need to take place in order to reach their targets. And they don't get distracted by the small things in life that rob you of your productivity. So if you're a business owner or a CEO or a COO, it's your responsibility to yourself and to your family and to your employees to reduce the distractions in your life. And as leaders, we need to lead by example and create an environment that helps our team members to stay focused too, because more than 70% of employees admit to feeling distracted. And the moment that we, as employers, do something to stop the chatty co-working or the long drawn-out meetings or the personal emails or the social media usage in your organization, or whatever it is in your organization, right? Then you'll be amazed at how much more gets accomplished and how much happier your team is, because they become proud of themselves when they start to achieve more. You see, most employees they don't even realize the potential they have inside of themselves because they don't even know that they're distracted from what really drives their success. So challenge yourself today. Write down 1 or 2 key actions that move the needle the most in your business. And anytime throughout the day, if you get distracted, I want you to calculate how much time you're not focused on those key actions. So Warren Buffett might know that the most important actions for him today are to read, 3 annual company reports. And for you who don't know what an annual company report is for a big company, they're like 200 pages long. And if that's his most valuable use of time, then my guess is that he's going to be highly focused on doing that before anything else because he knows that's where success comes from. Or if you're James Harden, the basketball player, maybe it's making 1,000 baskets before lunch. Or if you're an entrepreneur running a team of leaders, maybe one of your most important key actions is to develop leaders in your company. So your day might be built exclusively around meeting with your team members and helping them to be more autonomous so that they drive your growth instead of you constantly having to drive growth. Or maybe you're a salesperson and you might know that if you made just 30 calls to your top prospects, that would be the best use of your time. And anything that distracts you from those calls is holding you back from success. But the most important thing for you to understand is that it's the time you're not doing those few key actions that's slowing down your growth. And that doesn't mean that you need to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But the most successful people in the world are those who are the best at staying focused on what really drives success for them. And if you need help figuring out what the most important actions are that you need to take, because no matter how focused you are, if you're focused on the wrong actions, growth will always be a struggle. So if you need help learning the most important actions specific to your business and your targets, then download this week's free report. It's titled What the Fastest Growing Companies Track. You could get that absolutely free right on the homepage at chrisguerrero.com. Right there, it'll be right over there and you can just download it. I'll put a link in the description for you. And after you download that report, please subscribe, hit the bell notification right down here. It's a huge help to the channel and it helps us to reach a lot more people. So go ahead, subscribe now and then keep the momentum going by clicking on my next video right over here.